Hi, I'm Ilene Carol, host of Unseen to Unstoppable. On this episode, our guest is Stefanie Michaela. Stephanie is from Los Angeles, and she discovered her passion for music at a young age, captivating audiences with her soulful pop melodies and heartfelt lyrics. Nicknamed the littlest girl with the biggest voice. She honed her craft through performances, talent shows, and musical theater, eventually studying at Idlewild Arts Academy and Boston Conservatory. Now a mother of five, Stephanie draws inspiration from her journey of resilience and determination as she prepares to release her highly anticipated EP, Turning Pages. Stephanie, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so glad. I've heard a lot about you, and I'm excited to have this interview with you. Five children. What in the world? I have to get down on my knees and do obeisance or something to you. My goodness.
Isn't that nuts? I never expected that myself. I mean, I thought I was going to have two kids actually, because I come from a family. It's just me and my sister. And we do have twins in our family. So I knew it was a possibility, but I have a 13-year-old, and then I have two 10-year-olds, and then I have two 6-year-olds. So once I had twins once, your chances go up to have twins again.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Look, I have this fascination with twins. So tell me now. So now, are they same gender? Are they identical? Tell me.
Nope. Both sets are fraternal. My two boys are similar with they both love the same things, which is awesome for me to have them in the same activities together. It makes my life definitely easier when it comes to that. But they look totally different, fraternal. And then my little ones are boy girl. So
a boy and a girl came out.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. Did they look alike? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
The boys don't look alike. Really, they don't.
The boy and the girl, they kind of.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Wow.
Yeah, cool. And then my oldest is not a twin.
Now, the mischievousness. Now, I don't know if we should be stereotyping twins, but are they mischievous?
The little ones are. My boy girl twin. I was like, what is this? I had kids not touching and messing things up. I don't even know. The little ones, out of control. It's like the stickers on the wall. They like to get silly and draw and, surprise, everything's destroyed. All the stuff you saved for us, destroyed.
Oh my God, that is so adorable. I know not for you, but for me, I just love little children like that with personalities. That's how I look at it. They got personalities.
Yeah, they definitely do.
So look, I didn't know you were in LA. How are things? What's going on out there?
Oh my goodness. It's been rough. We've gone through several fires, and this, it's really hard. It's hard to see what's happening over here, and everyone who's lost their homes, and all the animals that are displaced. It's just constant. It's chaos. So it's really hard for when you're raising kids out here to have to go through that fear of having to evacuate. It's not the first time we've had to deal with this. So it's definitely been rough, but we have open communication here. So we go over all of our feelings and kind of just work through it together as a family. And that's where that, yeah.
Right. That's good that you do that. Because I grew up, this old school. I grew up in a family where, you weren't allowed to say anything,
Oh, really?
And sometimes you can even cry, So,
yeah.
So that's why when I had children, I decided they were going to have open forum.
Mm-hmm.
And if they got too fresh, too disrespectful, whatever the case may be, then we would correct them later.
Yeah. But at least to be able to have them come to you, it's so important. I feel like I had that as a kid. My husband didn't as much. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of had to train him in that area. And it's just whether we catch them in a lie or something, at least we're talking about it and we're open about it, and we can correct them to turn them into the person that we hope that they'll be,
Right. And that's all you can do with children. I mean, you just try to instill the best values in them as you can. And it's up to them to, move forward with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So in your bio, it says that your passion for music started at a young age. You were just 2 years old. Do you remember those early days? Like, what do you remember about discovering a love for music at that young of an age?
I just remember when I was a kid, just being in my backyard and like singing to my dogs at the time, making up songs about my dogs, looking up in the sky, singing about birds, just always turning everything into a song. I like that was my outlet as a kid. I just feel like once I discovered that I could put my words into like melodies,
Mm-hmm.
it was just it was my thing, and it started there pretty much, making up songs,
Wow.
performing them to my parents, making them listen every night, and yeah, whether they liked it or not,
That's right.
they had to listen. And I'm so grateful that I've been had that, because whether you're having whatever kind of day you're having, at least you can turn to something that you're passionate about. Even at a young age, I knew
Right.
that I had that, whether I wasn't the best student in school. So having that to turn to really gave me the confidence to feel good about myself in an area that I had for me and that I could show people versus, being a superstar student. So
And is that the start of your nickname, the littlest girl with the biggest voice?
yeah, it was, because every time there was a performance at the school, I was the first one to go audition for a talent show. And I started to get that reputation that I was the littlest girl with the biggest voice. And I'm so grateful for that because, like I said, I wasn't the best student. And because I had that and to look forward to all these performances, and I got all this attention for that as a kid, I really was like, oh my gosh, well, at least I had that. And I knew I was really good at that. Because I know it's hard for kids when they are looking at their peers, and it just it's difficult to be a child
Yes.
and to find your thing. Not everyone finds their thing. And I was grateful at a young age that I had music, and thank goodness I did, because other things were really difficult for me as a kid.
So you're leaning into music as a child. That was your thing. That was your escape.
Hmm. Yeah,
I don't even know if I should even ask this question. Was there a moment where you were like, okay, this is what I'm meant to do?
totally. Because when I was on stage, I remember as a kid, like just all the attention I got for what I could do, and just the praise. Just I loved performing and feeling like I kind of just lost myself in song. Even at like I didn't want to get off the stage. I remember, oh my gosh, I just wanted to keep going, and I'd be so sad when the performance was over. But then everyone would come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, that was so good, that was so good, and I knew that like that I had to do this. This is what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna find a way to do it. So I kept it going for a really long time as a kid, through all the hard times. I was always singing. I was recording with my family. We had a family studio at my aunt and uncle's house, and I'd go record songs there. My aunt did some singing, so we would work together and record at her studio, and we did like a family album. So it was in the family. We my dad could sing a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
so it was always in me, and I was able to go do that as a young kid, and that is where it all started.
Your aunt has a studio?
She had a studio when I was younger that I would go to. And because she was a singer and her husband worked in the music business too. And so he would record little songs of me. And we actually made like a family album together. And even my sister sang, who can't sing really. And my mom sang a little bit because she loves to sing harmony. So she got to do that. And we
Mm-hmm.
just made this really fun family album. And yeah, so it all started there, and that kind of gave me the confidence because I was able to practice and do that as a young kid to keep going. And I mean, I had coaches along the way too, a lot of vocal coaches, and that's how it all started, pretty much.
Now, speaking of, keep going. The music industry can be very brutal, and a lot of
Yeah.
artists get discouraged. What does aside from what we just talked about here, what does keep you going and not giving up your passion for good?
Well, like there has been, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this. Like I have gone through a lot in the music business and a lot of, I wasn't positive about it for a while. Um, I was led in a direction when I was probably, I think like my early 20s. I had met with this manager and, he had promised us that, I would go to New York and meet with record labels and show them my songs and everything. And, I believed that this path that he had told me about was going to get me to where I needed to be. But I went to all these record labels in New York. And when I went to contact the manager after I went to the record labels, he never responded to my phone calls and I never talked to him again. So that set the tone of me. I thought I could trust at that moment that this is what I was meant to do. And I was put in this situation for a reason. And this was my time. And that's when it stopped for a while. I go, wait a minute, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like I can't really trust, and I should take a step back and reevaluate what I can always do singing. I can always perform and write music, but it doesn't mean I have to go full force and do it. So let's take a step back and get married and have kids and have that life that you feel like you're supposed to have. Um, that's what happened. And then after that, as time goes on, it's like I pushed aside my music, and I basically didn't even want to tell my family, like talk to my kids about my singing, because I was so upset that I pushed it aside.
Mm-hmm.
And it always winds up creeping back. And my kids I wound up talking to them about my music. I mean, I would talk to them about my music, but I wouldn't go into detail about it because it was too hurtful, the pain I had gone through with the music.
Mm-hmm.
And they wound up looking me up online and finding songs that I did. And they're like, wait a minute, Mom, what is this? Like, this is good. And they're playing it on repeat. My daughter's blasting it to her friends and in her headphones. And she goes, Mom, this is so good. I go, no, I know, but Mommy did this a long time ago. And, it's not going to happen again for me. Like, this is what I'm doing. I'm spending time with my family. I'm going to find something else that I enjoy doing. I love doing makeup. Maybe I can take some makeup classes and just find something else.
Right.
So, I mean, that's kind of what happened until people kept, my kids would always mention, my mom's a singer and blah, blah, blah. And then I started getting asked to sing at school functions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was doing that here and there. Like I was going and performing, and then people would say, oh, can you sing here for me or sing the national anthem? So I started getting a taste of music again. And that inside of me, because I realized people actually wanted to still hear me sing, and maybe I can still do this. So that started happening again. And then there was an opportunity that came about because my mom wound up connecting with one of her friends that knew another producer or someone in LA that was looking for someone to work with them and do some demo work and also, help with their music library. And so I started working with this LA producer, and that's when I realized, wait a minute, I would love to work with him, but what if I do write my own song now and he can help me produce that? And that's kind of where it all started again. That's a long story, huh?
No, I know that's why we're here. The podcast is called Unseen to Unstoppable, and we, be frank and open and as vulnerable as you want to be.
Yeah.
I was looking at how you said your children were your biggest supporters. Was that leading up to that one moment with them that reaffirmed your decision to return to music? Was it this new possibility? What happened?
Well, watching them, I was starting to like, none of my kids are musical, which is so crazy. They're all into sports, and it's because my husband's into sports. I was never sporty, like at all. I would do like a little few dance moves in musical theater, but still I was like in the back row. You did not want to be watching me dance. Not that, not that great. Don't got the moves. Mama's done. I don't have the moves. So they're so driven, my kids, with their sports and the way they go out and practice. And um, I started really getting inspired by the way they were really passionate about their sport. And I was like, it made me feel like job well done. I with me and my kids, in terms of like, they've got their good head on their shoulders with school. They have a passion, but it made me miss my passion. So I started writing again, and just singing some stuff here and there. And then once I had this opportunity to work with this producer in LA, that's when it all started for me. I was like, wait a minute. I I'm not done. Like, my passion is still there. My kids would like love to see me, I think, love to see me pursue what I love, because I won't just be mom. I'm going to be mom that has a passion. I'm not just Stefanie the mom. Like, I have something else to offer. And that piece has been lost for a long time. And now I'm starting to find it again. And it feels so good to have that. And it really makes everybody happier when you incorporate that in your life. I feel like just everyone would walk around so much happier if they had something else like that they're super passionate to bring to the table. I think in general, it makes you feel good to have that outlet and to not feel like everything is just routine all day long. If you have something to go to, good or bad day, it just makes you feel good.
I agree with that. The one of the guests I had today, she's a psychologist. She still does that, but she also has this coaching program where she helps. And it's midlife women, but still, I told her that I feel like most women, we go through that where we're just on this path and we do what we're supposed to, and
Yes.
we forget ourselves, and
Mm-hmm.
then we get stagnant, and then we don't know why we're stagnant. And so one of the profound things she said was like finding out the cause of the stagnation. And I was
Totally.
like, let's pause on that one. Yes, the cause. What is
That's
causing this?
yes. Yeah.
And listening to you talking about people would feel better, maybe even be nicer if they had a passion or
Oh,
something. Because
yeah.
I said there's a section in the magazine that I purposely did, and I use a hashtag. It's hashtag relationship rules. And I said, I know people are going to assume it's like, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, whatever. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's about having a relationship with yourself.
Yep. Yeah. And really delving deep to figure out what that void is. And like, and you can't blame others, and you can't blame your spouse, and you can't that's when you're going to have the best relationship, is when you really feel inside full.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I have, and it's so crazy because now I have never been at this moment right now so happy, because I have the best people surrounding me, people that are genuinely happy for me. And like, whether I don't feel the need to have all these friends. I have a few really close friends and relationships, because that's what it's about. And I want I want to surround myself with people that are really going to root for me, and I'm going to root for them, and really just that's what's important. Before, I think I was all about, just being that person that gets everyone together all the time, having, hosting big birthday parties, doing all these things. But then once I got back into music, I realized what is truly important, and what I can spend my time when I'm not doing music. Like, I want to spend my time with all these people that lift me, and I can lift them. That is what it's about. So it's really changed. Getting back, it was a necessity, 100%. Everyone would walk around. I mean, I've been telling everybody this. If you don't have to full blown fulfill up, you just do a little bit for yourself each day, and it would be a game changer.
It would. I mean, you are so
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
You mentioned early in the conversation with your writing, so kind of walk me through the creative writing process.
Okay. Well, I just really have based this time in my life off of all my life experiences, starting with the relationship with my husband, and he's the foundation, and the single found in you is about that, and about really just going with your intuition, and following what you may not think it's right in the moment, but if you let your intuitions guide you, you'll see it's meant to be. So I base everything off of life experiences. You'll see with this song, it's the foundation of my relationship. Then, I my next few songs are about relationships with others, and it's all about emotional feelings, because I consider myself a very like emotional singer that wants to get their message across. I want you to be able to hear what I'm singing. I want people to be able to sing with my song because they know they can hear the lyrics clearly, because I have a message to get across. And um, no one's life is perfect. I've been through so much, and I'm ready to start this new chapter and turn the page and have everyone see, oh wow, this was Stefanie's journey, and motivate others to follow their gut, and just go for what they're scared to do, and just kind of do it and see where it takes them.
And let me make sure that our listeners are clear that we're talking about your upcoming EP, Turning Pages.
Yes,
It was
that's
very
this.
personal. That one
Yeah,
song you mentioned was about your husband. Tell me the
yeah.
name again.
Found in you,
Founding
and
You.
found in you.
Is that the especially meaningful track on that for
That
our?
is it. Yep, that is the one. And then we just released last week on Valentine's Day, and yeah, it's funny how you always think that you know what you're looking for, and if you just kind of take a step back, and something that's so amazing is actually in front of you, if you kind of take a moment and go, wait a minute, I thought that I should have been with someone like this, but actually who's in front of me is what I'm meant to be with. And then you take that leap, and it guides you in the place that you're supposed to be, if you really go with your gut. And so I just feel like it's always so great to write about personal experiences, and it's more authentic, and it's relatable. Um, so that is what the EP Turning Pages is going to be about. It's all about experiences, whether it's relationships. There's, ups and downs in relationships. There's some songs about that, and true feelings about how you have your ups and downs in relationships. There's songs about um, friendships, and people kind of thinking they know everything about you, instead of really, just getting to know you, and not just assuming. Assumptions never get you anywhere. So that's kind of what this EP is going to be about.
And you mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, that you said you are an emotional singer. Did I get that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So my sister and I, before my sister passed, we used to have like this running
Oh.
joke about Barbara Streisand. Do you feel like you're a Barbara Streisand? Because we said
Yeah.
I can't think of the man's name. What's his name?
Oh.
He's very handsome. Anyhow, we were like, she got married to him, and now look, she doesn't sing like she used to.
Oh, emotion. Right. Because it's that's so. I feel like sometimes I have to hold back, like with I want to be able to have some, when I sing, I just chop up my words a little bit, instead of like making them last forever, because I want everyone to hear what I'm singing. I have to work on that. But the emotions are too emotional. It's like, okay, all right, you don't have to elongate everything. Um, yeah, I think I'm emotional, just because I'm like a very I think like an empathetic person, and I take on a lot of people's different energies, and it all comes out in my music.
I mean, I can completely relate to that because I've had people compliment me on my singing, and I'm very
Ooh.
well, I'm very shy about that. I'll tell you why in a minute. I
Oh.
remember because I got this short-term memory. I'm trying to stay on point, but anyway, um, and I tell them no, I can't sing. It's what you're hearing is my emotions coming through. There'll be these lyrics
Uh-huh.
in these songs, and I because that's what I
Mhm.
do. I listen to lyrics.
Oh, yeah. But only if you can hear, right? You like to be able to hear.
Correct, because some people don't enunciate, which is where my mother comes in at.
Mhm. Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, I know. We're working on that in the house. It's a big deal with my little one. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I love to enunciate so much, and he's just chopping up all the words.
oh
I'm
my
like,
god. I
oh,
know, I
I
know.
get it. I
She
get
I
it.
don't speak exactly how she would like for me to speak. I eat my words up, but my mother was an English drama major, but she also studied opera,
Oh, wow.
and her father taught himself all these instruments, and he was part of a gospel quartet, and I guess she got that from him. I mean, she just has one of these voices. Like if she had pursued that, and I'm not like blowing her up or anything, but if she had pursued it, it'd be like that distinctive voice that you would think like, like Barbara Streisand or Whitney Houston or something like that. She had a
Yeah.
voice because when I met, when we would go to our meetings, our Bible meetings or whatever, that's the voice you hear. That's how distinctive it is.
It's so she spoke the way that she would sing.
Exactly,
And
exactly, exactly.
I it's like Lionel Richie. Don't you feel like that when you hear Lionel Richie? I go, wait, oh my gosh, his voice is exactly the way he sings and he enunciates so clearly.
Exactly, exactly.
I love that.
But
I love
there's
that.
so many people you can't
Mm-mm.
understand what they're saying. Now, I hope I don't get in trouble saying this, but I mean, I love Adele, but I can't understand what she's saying. I have to go get my
Yeah.
phone and look it up and be like, what was that she said?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to bring back. I'm like, come on. And I've had people say now, oh my gosh, I love your lyrics. And I hope it's because they actually hear them or, they're not just looking up what the lyric is. But I feel like that that emotion, you can feel it because you can hear what I'm singing, you
I mean,
know?
that's me. But that's my little two
Yeah.
cents. Who am I? Um, but yes. So I would love to, my goodness, hear some more of your stuff because if that's the
Yeah.
case, I mean, that's to me, that's a missing element. I don't know what the population thinks or whatever, but I mean, I miss that.
Yeah. I appreciate that because I know I want to bring a comeback to that. I want to be able, like Lionel Richie. I'm so amazed by how he literally sings the way he speaks. It's so clear. Um,
So you mentioning him, so now I got to ask. I mean, if there was an artist that you could, living or not, that you could,
yeah.
sing with, who would it be? Collaborate with?
Oh my goodness. Well, I would say Lionel Richie, and
Hmm.
he's so emotional too. It's all of his songs are just unbelievable. He's just so great. Um, and I love the R&B. I love R&B music. It's
Hmm.
to me, it's very touching. It makes you feel a certain way when you hear R. I love love songs. That's
Hmm.
another thing. So, um, I don't know. There's some songs that just don't do it for me, but those love songs do, and they make me feel a certain way. And that's what I want. Like, I want to, I hope someone goes, yeah, they can relate and they just think about a certain relationship or something when they hear my songs because they can hear the lyrics. And yeah, I love Babyface too. Um,
Oh, okay, nice.
Babyface, Lionel. I mean, I don't know if I could pick one.
It's
I
interesting.
love John B.
Oh my
Um,
goodness, that's what I was going to say. It's interesting that you're naming men. So I have, I guess it's asthma, whatever. I got all these things going on. And so during the pandemic, we all trying to find things to do. And my mom, I don't know if you know this, because I mean, I was very open about it, but you and I have a new relationship. So my
yeah.
mom passed away.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I spent 4 years taking care of her.
Oh.
And it got to be where, like going back to you saying the passion or whatever, having something else.
Mhm.
I went
Mhm.
ahead and found this person through our organization, and she does vocal training, whatever. And I said, look, I'm not doing this. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not a singer. I'm not, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that it'll help me with my breathing because I have really bad asthma. Also,
Yep.
I'm looking for a creative outlet. This whole thing with my mom is just so stressful because she was that generation that, they had to be in their own house and this and that and everything. And so I
Mm-hmm.
respected that, but that meant anything I did at her house, I had to come and do at my house. I got my own family responsibilities. And so it was a lot of work. And I have to tell people that, only God can do that. Don't give me any accolades because it was too much work for one person. Plus I produced 4 magazines a year
Wow.
and
Wow.
mentored college students because
Wow.
I was asked to do that starting in 2016. There's so many things that I did, and so laundry was still done here and clean sheets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. A lot. Yes. Oh my goodness.
but anyway, she
Mm-hmm.
told me that I'm a vocalist snob.
Okay.
She said because there is a way that you're supposed to, if I can remember how she said it, but I guess like what we're talking about, how there's a just like different languages, music has a language and
Mm-hmm.
a way you pronounce things and words and so forth and everything. And so that's what I took away from that and turning my camera on because I never would turn my camera on or whatever. And so she helped me kind of get over that. But yes, so I don't know anything about this, but she's, somebody that's out there that has all these degrees and awards and whatever. And that's what she's saying. She's saying that is the proper way to sing. This
Mm-hmm.
enunciation, these, the
Mm-hmm.
different pronunciation of things that singing has its own language.
It's the tone. Like you want to have that tone, and it 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 distinguishes you from another singer.
Exactly.
That's what you
Exactly.
want. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
anyhow, so you're correct from that standpoint because I'm not saying that. That's what made me think about it. That here's somebody that's a professional, and she's saying what you're saying. If that
Yeah.
helps you.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it does. It solidifies like what I'm going for and what I've always this is how I've always been. And I did a lot of musical theater, so I was used to enunciate like proper enunciation and so that's why it was kind of difficult when I wanted to do musical theater. I've always done it my whole life, but I also loved pop music, pop R&B, and studio work. And so you kind of have to change it up. That is a totally different thing when you're on stage live and you're singing musicals, and then you go into the world of studio work and pop music. It's totally different. So there would be a lot of auditions and things I'd go to where people would say, oh, Stefanie, you're too musical theater. So I'd be like, wait a minute, but that's like, so I have clarity in my voice. Like, you don't want that. So what am I supposed to do? So I kind of had to find that happy medium.
Right.
So was my thing for a while, trying being called to musical theater. And so now I'm kind of just bringing the two together. I feel like my sound. So it is still a little bit musical theater-y, I guess, because I have that enunciation. But no, it's Stefanie Michaela. It's my emotional singing, and this is it.
This is
So
it. This is it. Be
this is
authentically
it.
you. Be
Yes,
authentically you.
yeah. I'm not gonna try. We are not gonna try this. This you could. Yeah, no way. Like, no, I'm getting back into it. If you like, this is the new Stephanie. Like, we're not this not the baby Stephanie anymore. Like, if you want to hear that, that's not that's not the sound of what I am now and from these life experiences and what I've got a lot to tell. It's like it wasn't so easy. Been through a lot of hardships, and as you know, there's a lot of issues with there's so much competition and feelings of not feeling how liking how you look, or just it's a lot, and you got to really be strong to be in this field, and got to be at a very healthy place to really be ready for it, you know? So that's where I'm at. I'm healthy and ready to go.
And it's a good place to be, which leads me to
Yeah,
my next question, because
sure.
where we start off from the beginning now, where we are now, define how success now compares to this person than from before.
Yeah. Well, when you're younger, I feel like everybody in this kind of looks at whether you're, in the entertainment business altogether. I feel like when
Mm-hmm,
you're young,
mm-hmm.
you just I want to be famous. I want to, so unrealistic, so unrealistic, but that's kind of how you feel. And so you try and do all these different things to see if it'll get you where you need to be. And you think it'll be like a quick little path. And if you do X, Y, and Z, you'll get there. Um, you learn pretty quickly on that that's not how it works. You got to put in the hard work, a lot of hard work and determination. And now I'm just at a place where I have my family. I'm pursuing what I love. Whatever happens, happens. And as long as I'm doing what I love, I'm going to be the best version of myself because I'm going to feel fully fulfilled. Like a few years ago, if you were to ask me, I think I'd be in an interview and I'd be sad because I didn't really want to talk about how I was always a singer, and because I knew that I just didn't know what to do with it anymore. I'd be writing songs and just leave it in a notebook, and I just wasn't in the right situations, and I just was mom, and I love being mom. I love it, but I also love being Stefanie Michaela and being able to have that side and have my kids see me perform, have my kids sit in my music office and I perform for them. I ask their opinions. I write a song, ask what the song should be about. It's cool to incorporate them and
Mm-hmm.
they love it. And they're like, Mom, when's the next song coming out? Alexa, play Stefanie Michaela. Like
Whoa.
they love it
It's so
because
it's so funny to me. I mean, I don't know. It's just that your children think that you're cool, that they're looking you up on the internet. How cool
they,
is that?
well, yeah, my oldest one, I think that she thinks I'm cool until we go out. And I still think I'm like, okay, like we go out and she's like, Mom, no, 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 Mom, stop it, Mom, stop it. What am I doing? I thought I was, I don't know. I really thought that I was, I think I'm cool in the house. And then once we get out, it's like, nope. Just try to, but yeah, I mean, cool enough where she will actually play songs for her friends,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
so that, I guess that's good. That's
No,
great.
it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to women, especially mothers, who feel their dreams have been put on hold?
Oh, I would just say it's not about going full force. Like if you can't do that, if you can't go full force on a dream that you feel like you never fulfilled, that's okay. It's not about that. It's about something that you love, just incorporating that just a little bit each day. Whether it's even like going on hikes daily and you know just writing poems, something that really takes you away from the routine, something that really fulfills you inside. I am telling you, I walk around happier, and
I believe it. I can feel
it's
your energy right through my
yeah,
laptop.
it's like I'm not kidding. I just like what before it's like, and then you get involved in nonsense. If you if you aren't doing what you love, you're like involved in such nonsense, and you're wasting so much energy. Like
Wasting energy, wasting energy.
on you're wasting. I was wasting energy on like, why didn't this person text me back? Wait a minute. What's going on? Why didn't they tell me about the play date? Wait, I had a play date. Wait, oh my gosh, they read my text message. And it says read. Well, why didn't they write me back? Are we not having a play? Like it was just stuff that like that is what I was focused on. Like now I can go, okay, like that's okay. That's okay if someone doesn't write me back about a play date. Like we'll get to the play date. I'm not hyper focused on stuff that is so ridiculous. Like now it's just okay. Got to get my music. I got to do this while they're in school. Then when they come home from school, let's read Dr. Seuss. I mean, we got. I'm very. This is what it's so much better. And I just can't, I'm glad I figured it out. And music made its way back in. Your
I'm
passion
glad.
will always make its way back in there. You can't just push it aside because it'll always come back.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Mhm.
did find it for several reasons. The immediate reason is that I was so tired before I got on this podcast, and now I feel energized.
Oh, that's so great. Oh, well, yeah, spend a lot of time with me. I'll get you all hyped up.
No,
I
because that's the thing people understand about me, because I end up being by myself, and it's weird. It's like an oxymoron or something like that, because I do like people, but I found out when I was a teenager and I had to learn how to turn it off. I absorb other people's energies.
Me too. Oh my gosh, we're the same. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm glad. So you really are feeling it, and I feel yours. It's. I love that we met.
I know, I know. I mean, if your kids don't, I think you're cool. I can't wait to go to LA and meet you, which I never
Yeah.
wanted to go to LA before.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Well, I just feel like sometimes I don't even know if I belong. Like I'm so different. I. Well, now that my passion's back, I'm like super friendly. But before, but I've always been friendly. I'm all about the energy too. Like I
Mhm.
can get into a room, and if someone is a little off, I literally take on the energy. It's a problem.
And you can feel the energy of the room, so you don't really want to be there.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, I
You know,
avoid things that I know that I'm gonna have that.
right, right. And
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand that, and so
Mm-hmm.
I have to, I don't know about you, but I have to limit um my exposure to people. How many people and for how long? I,
Same with me.
I need to
I
I need to retreat.
well, if I know that someone invites me to a dinner, like with friends, I I okay, I spend my time with people that really are important to me, and I don't mind getting to know other people. I don't. But if I know that I'm going to be in a situation where I don't want to feel like I just want to be 100%. If I'm going out with the people that really like I can't just spend my time. I just can't. Some of these outings I just have to say no. And that's what
Right.
I've learned. It's okay to say no. I used to say yes to everything and no.
No.
Absolutely no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And so here's
Okay.
something for you, because I'm older than you are. So I had a girlfriend. She went to therapy. And she only went for a couple sessions, but
Yeah.
she would tell me what her therapist would say. And so one of the things I took away from that session that she shared with me is that no is a complete sentence.
I love that because it doesn't mean maybe. I always tell my kids that. I'm like, no doesn't mean yes, and it doesn't mean maybe. No means no.
It means no. And so the
Right.
follow up to that is, and you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
explain why, because it's still going to be no. I hate when people, expect some
Mm-hmm.
type of explanation. What is that supposed to do? It's no.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Yeah.
I can't be, you don't need to know. I don't want to, I don't, whatever it is, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people will do that to you. They expect you. So I don't know. It's like, so they can validate whether or not,
Yeah.
you know.
They need the explanation for the no. No, no means no.
No
That's
means
it. We're
no.
done.
No means no. I want to get back
Yeah.
to your children before I forget. You said they're into
Yeah.
sports. What kind of sports are they into?
Oh my goodness, everything. So I have my oldest softball, flag football, and basketball. So that's imagine those weekends, okay? So then my middle twins both play basketball and flag football. And then my little ones, one does gymnastics. So we're like at one activity. So that's exciting for now. That's okay. She's a 6-year old. She's does gymnastics, and the other one, he plays basketball.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
yeah.
And
So
your
we have,
husband's into sports too? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
oh no, my husband plays basketball. He loves basketball.
Okay.
So that's helpful because he knows all that. And I'm still trying to learn all the sports and the lingo. And it's like that my daughter was testing me the other day. She goes, so what's an and one? I go, oh, I know that. That's like something I know that. They didn't think I knew it. I surprised them. Now football, flag, yeah, right. I feel like there's always a whistle blowing in football. At every minute there's a whistle. I cannot focus. So they get somewhere and there's a whistle. So no, that doesn't work. But the basketball, softball kind of.
Well,
But
I'm trying to because I don't know what and whatever you just done said means because I watch football, but I'm getting sick of it.
Okay.
And
Oh, so okay, football. All right.
yeah, I'm a football fan. My father, I used to watch it with him. I was 2 years old, sitting with him in his favorite chair.
Oh.
Both my parents are gone, and my father had ALS.
Oh.
And so, I did things for nostalgic reasons,
Yeah, of course.
but
Of course.
football just has gotten kind of, whatever. But I don't, and so I was like, I need to learn basketball. I have a cousin, I have one girl cousin, and she loves basketball.
It's so good. It's so easy. I feel like not no, easy to watch because it's like back and forth, and there's not as many. They don't stop. Well, they stop it, but it's not the same. I wish I could understand football,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
basketball is quick, and the games for my little kids, they're a lot quicker than any of the other sports. It's
Right.
a lot of action. But I don't know. If I explained and one to you, I might be wrong this time.
That's
I know
okay. Look, I wouldn't retain it anyhow, but I was just putting it out there.
some extra basket they get. They get some extra basket after get a bat. Okay, I'm gonna stop there.
I was just putting it out there. Look, I don't know. Well, you're a step above me. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness. So when you release Turning Pages, what do you hope listeners take away from your album?
I hope that it will inspire others to not give up on what their dreams are, and just know that each song tells a story. And I go through hardships in some of the songs. I speak all truth. So listen to my story, listen to the EP, and I'm hoping it inspires what people are going through, and it's relatable. They can go, wait a minute, oh, she's gone through that too. That's cool. Maybe I can kind of pursue that. It's not too late. Wow. I mean, okay. That's what I'm hoping. I hope. I ran into someone a couple months ago, and they told me how it's so inspiring that I'm doing this right now, and they just recently thought about, like, gosh, I wish I was actually thinking because of you that I should go back and take a musical theater class. And I looked at her and I go, do it. You got to do it. I'm like, just do it. Like, you can do it. Like, she goes, really? I go, yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I said, it's good. And then I gave her this whole spiel. She's probably so over it. I'm like, it's changed me. It really has changed me. And she goes, well, I've seen everything online. Like, Stefanie, this is great. I said, I really, it'll change you too. So that, I feel like that made me feel good, because then I hopefully helped her. And that's just one person that I ran into recently.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Anything we can watch out for? Performances, music videos, anything?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a music video.
All right.
That's coming out in a few weeks for Founding You.
Okay.
Which is great. And then that'll be fun and loving, and people can watch the love story come to life. And there's a couple shows there's some that are coming out in May in LA if you're out here.
When is it?
There's one in May. I believe it's May 9th. I'd have to double check with that. Out here at the Canyon Club in Agora Hills.
Okay.
And then we are setting up some fundraisers because of everything that's gone on with the fires. We're trying to really help the animal shelters. I'm a big animal person, like huge.
Right. We're not allowed to have those kind of animals here, because I mean, I would love to have a cat, but I mean, unless I'm a zoo or something, I'm not allowed to.
Oh, really?
I think so. I got to go double check, but I don't think you're allowed to have one.
Oh, they have so many unexpected costs that are happening at the animal shelters right now, and the animals, some of the families that lost their homes can't take care of their animals, so those animals are at the animal shelters right now. So,
wow.
And a portion of my streams as well are going to be donated to the animal shelters. So,
okay. Good for you.
Yeah, so there's a lot coming up, and I'm excited to hear everyone's thoughts on my EP and hear everyone's stories and their feelings that come about after hearing my songs.
So tell listeners where they can find you.
You can find me on my website, stephaniemichaela.com. There's Stefanie Michaela Music on Instagram, as well as Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, there.
And
It's
so
all around.
it's all Stefanie Michaela.
It's all Stefanie Michaela website and Stefanie Michaela Music.
It's
And
the social media as well. That's the handles.
yeah, Stefanie Michaela Music, and it's Stephanie with an F. So it'll be
Okay.
Stephanie with an F.
Okay.
Michaela Music, and on all the handles, the social media.
Good for you. I'm glad that you did that. I mean, which some of the people I've talked to have, but I I do the magazine for in memory of my sister and working with the college students, but my company is marketing. And it's a pet peeve of mine when people, I don't know what they're thinking. They've got this
Mm.
name for this, and I'm like, what in the world?
I know it's hard. My parents decided to make it look different, with the F. I love how it looks versus
Hmm.
the PH. So
Hmm.
I'm grateful now. But yeah, it's been not getting a keychain at Disneyland. I'll tell you that. We are not getting keychains there.
I don't mean
But
like your name. I mean like the fact that you've branded, like you've gotten
oh,
and I would never. Oh no, I would never. I was like, what is she talking about? No, no. I said I'm in marketing. I'm in marketing.
oh, I thought you meant I'm happy, like with the saying the step that you said that it's Stephanie with an F. I said, oh yeah.
It's just that everything, because I was asking where people can find you, and it's just so much easier, especially like when we do the magazines and we
Oh
want to,
yeah, yeah,
our admin, they want to find people and handle, because that's another
of
thing. People
course.
don't know how to brand themselves for one thing, so they don't tell you that stuff. It's like you should be telling somebody this so we can share it. So we'll go and look for it, and this name is this and this name is that, and it's just very difficult. But also, it's not the way you should brand yourself.
Right. Well, thank goodness also I'm working with Dead Horse Branding, and they have created the most beautiful brand. So I'm so grateful for them.
They do
So they,
amazing work.
yes. So they have just guided me, it just really helped all along this journey and
Shout
made
out
it
for
so
Dead Horse Branding, anyone?
Dead Horse. Woo! Yeah. Big shout out. Yeah.
Melissa and her team. Okay, so
Oh
look,
man.
I always ask everybody this question, and we were running out of time. I don't want to keep you longer than I promised, but do you have a favorite quote, motto, a mantra?
Silence is golden.
There we go.
Right. Right? It is. You know what? I just like to do my own thing. More so now because I'm walking, feeling a certain way, like I feel whole. And let just everything, fall into place the way it's supposed to, and I don't need to be chitty chatting about it. I just like I'm going to do my thing. If people want to be supportive, amazing. Great, and then I'll definitely talk about it, but right now I'm just doing my thing and being with my family, and I'll always be supportive and a great listener back, and if everyone wants to be on this wonderful journey with me, great, and then I will open up, but otherwise silence is golden.
Silence is golden. There we go. So
Yeah.
on that note,
Right.
Stephanie, thank you so much for making the time, your busy schedule, and your 5 children and sports and everything else to come and be on
Thank
our
you.
podcast. Yes, yes,
Oh, I
yes.
love this. It was
I
so
know,
great.
I know, I know. I just love this energy. I love your personality. So I hope I get to see you, because I am doing some traveling. Now that my mom is gone, I've closed up her affairs. I'm
Oh,
doing some traveling, and so yes, that is a possibility. But thank you
oh,
so
I would
much.
love that. Thank you so much for having me. Such a great time.
And thank you to all of our people listening and being in the space with us. And
Thank
remember,
you.
you are never alone. Use your voice to uplift others. I'm Ilene Carol, and this is Unseen to Unstoppable.